watch, and that's a lot though, but only 20 million people watch. From a high, and his highest debate viewership was, his highest convention viewership was 2016. I think it was 38 million, somewhere around there. He got another 30 million, think 32, somewhere around there in 2020. And this year, it fell even steeper to 20. So people out there even know what Donald Trump is and don't want to hear that shit no more. Or he's losing people. Yeah, well, they don't want to hear that shit no more. But last night, that speech was the same thing we always hear. You know what it is. They're gonna try to round up 10, 20 million illegals and throw them out the country. They're gonna push through Project 2025, which they never mentioned. They didn't even mention abortion all week.
They gave us,
they already know.
They gave us clues along the way to let you know that's what they want to do. For example, Trump himself said he's gonna do mass deportation. Right. That's in 2025. Like I said,
people, that's why he had a low of 20 million people watching.
That's it though.
And
I know you say that's a lot, but
it's a lot of people. No, people, I mean in general,
not a lot for a
general. In general, it's it come from high of 38, and it's the first time he ran
Republican convention, bro. That's all they watched that shit.
Yeah, I don't even think that was the all-time low because you had the Dole convention, you had the fucking McCain convention. We didn't do all that, but for him to sit out there and say he has the support that he has, people not tuned in. That means, and you get like 20 million, yeah, that's a lot, but mostly that's your supporters. That's MAGA tuning in.
Let's talk about the coverage overall, though. Like tuning into the coverage, if you go CNN, MSNBC, whatever you go, right? It's going to be an automatic, it's a softening of Trump. Trump is a new Trump. Trump going to come in and XYZ. So you actually watch the media. You get to watch the media as they flip-flop around all over the place, first of all. And you can see them setting the stage for him to be successful, right? They literally set the stage. They was like, oh, yeah, it's a new Trump. When his speech is going to be inclusive, the media was doing this. His campaign didn't even have to get involved. The media was doing this. And then when they get up there and don't do that, they don't even point out the lies. So I'm already at the position where media is just scared to get involved with him now because he said if he win, he gonna get in their ass, MSNBC or CNN or whatever the fuck, and start putting some motherfucking cases on that ass.
This is the deal. And I'm about to explain.
So it's obviously they scared.
And I'm gonna explain it to you why. Like I told y'all last night, like I told y'all on the pod last night, the head of CNN, the head of NBC, they're Trump people. So
not the coverage you get, Trump people itself, but tax cuts and all that shit people.
They're Trump people. They're Trump donors. Trump.
It could be whoever in Republican Party. Anyway, they cutting taxes.
But for whatever. The mandate is coming from these networks, particular, and we already know how Fox is. It's coming from the top down. So you got a lot of people who really don't want to get pushed out, don't want to lose their job or whatever. Okay, that's part of what the media is doing. I was doing some reading today, doing a little research, and some things came up. And one particular thing came out today that the media was holding back, and that a lot of there's some in the media that don't want to push and don't want to challenge Trump because they do not want to get in a back and forth and get into a war of words with the Trump campaign.
Exactly, and be on the list.
That's one. You got another section of the Republican establishment, media, the people or whatever that is posing as Democrats or posing as representing Democrat causes, but it's coming from
It's fake.
It's coming from Republicans. Like this shit, like one of these like one of these whatever the fuck they put together to try to get people to force Biden out. It was started by, of all people in the fucking world, Steve Smith, the man who bought you Sarah Palin. The one that was kicked out. He was basically kicked out of the party when he fucked. Well, his bed was already fucked up, but he fucked John McCain campaign up or continue to fuck it up. So you got Republican operatives representing themselves as Democratic causes, and that's not the only thing they're pushing. There's a couple things they're pushing that Democrats that want Biden and Harris off the ticket is using to basically try to force Joe Biden off the ticket. So
let's get into that.
The media is into this shit.
All right, hold on. Talk about that. Because then let's say every week somebody say, all right, I want him out. Most of these people are people that want to be president, right? But at the same time, it's people that never wanted Biden to be the nominee from the beginning, but they lost.
Yeah,
then it's people that never would vote, never would want Biden to be the nominee. Don't give a fuck if he won it or not. The Young Turks type shit. Like, it was nothing he can do to make them not beat him up. It had to be Bernie Sanders. You feel me? Those type of motherfucking Democrats right now are the Democrats that are trying to bring him down. Those Democrats, I wouldn't be surprised this motherfucker made a pact. What's his name? To run the Young Turks. He made a pact to tell Joe Biden to step down. I guarantee you, he put money in that type shit.
I can believe that, but right now it's more.
What's his name?
Oh, Cenk Uygur.
All right, yeah.
He's irrelevant. He is, because I tell you why. He's small potatoes in this, because now when you have Barack Obama working behind the scenes, you have Nancy Pelosi, you have Chuck Schumer, who's come out publicly, you have Hakeem Jeffries. It seems like he's going back and forth a little bit. You got major. You just had Sherrod Brown today, which is major because he's in governor of Ohio. You got a senator from Ohio. You got all these people. You got big time motherfuckers in the Democratic Party now saying you can't win. You can't win. You need to step out because it's hurting. It's hurting all these. It's hurting Senate races and it's hurting House races.
You believe that?
No, I don't believe it, because I look. If you
run on this nigga record,
it ain't even about running on his record. If you are that popular in your district where you running at, how can you not say to your people, hey, if I'm going to get it, if I'm going to get it in the office and make the changes and do the things that I see that I'm saying and I'm promising to you, I need Joe Biden to stay in the White House. If you can't do that to lift up the fucking ticket,
I don't get what
all the way around.
That's my point.
You don't want. That means you don't want the ticket. You want something else.
That's my point.
Because you can look.
People can't be screaming from the district. I might lose. Nigga, run a better campaign. Like, you got more ammunition. You can't tell me this president give you more ammunition to win your races, bro. If you fucking lose, I don't give a fuck where you at. If you're losing, that's on your ass. What you blaming him for?
That's my whole thing. If you can't say to your constituency, look, and you say you polling ahead of where Joe Biden at,
to run on.
You should be able to say to your constituency, look, this man, he's lagging behind in the polls, but we need him. We need him in the office. If we are going to do anything, if we are going to stop Project 2025, if we are going to reinstate Roe v. Wade, if we're going to do something about affirmative action and DEI, if we're going to keep the infrastructure plan in place, if we are going to keep all of the things that we gained doing this 3.5 years of this administration, we need this man in office. If you cannot say that and convince your people to go out, even though they might not want to, allegedly, and say, damn, hold on, we can't have this, we can't let this happen. That means, like you said, either you a fucked up campaigner, and you cannot be a fucked up campaigner because you're polling ahead of the president.
You got so much material,
right? And you can't run on all the shit that happening.
Like,
come on, that means you are in on it, and you do not
like. What district can it be that don't like $16 billion HBCUs? Right?
Yeah.
What district can it be that don't like the roads and bridges redone?
But it's not about
why
that.
You can't just say he did the X, Y, and Z. And want me to do more, bring more to my state, put them in. This is real simple. Don't run around and start screaming, my poll number started to slip because of you. No, motherfucker. I got you more than shit to work with. Fuck wrong with you?
They don't give a fuck. This is why they don't give a fuck.
If I'm Biden, bro, I don't want to hear no more after this.
It ain't about that. It's
for
about
real,
power. Right now, it's about a power grab. Look, if Biden get 4 more years, he get 4 more years, or something happened to him in office. Kamala Harris is the president. You got your first black female president. Okay, that means in 2028, she can run again. And you have 12 years of Biden and Harris. True. They don't want her because look, in 2028, the slate is clean on both sides because either way, both sides got to put up new candidates. In the next 4 years after this election, starting the day after the election, both sides got to find all new viable candidates for 2028.
Would you do this?
But if Kamala Harris get that seat, the Democrats, who they're going to put up against her? And so that means they don't. Hey,
somebody brought up something to me today. Would you support if Biden stepped away? Would you support a Hillary Harris ticket?
No.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't support a Hillary Harris ticket because
you would support 2 white crackers if you had to. You won't vote for Trump.
I mean, I will vote for it, but I would rather it be a different ticket.
Right.
Because in the end,
it's 2 women.
It's 2 women. That's cool. I'm not looking
they
at it as
win. We talking about abortion rights in the state.
I'm not.
What you think is better?
I would like
2 women.
Let me explain. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I would like it. I would like it to go through. But with Hillary, with the stuff that come along with Hillary, and you put Hillary as the second, you can't skip over a black woman and put a white woman up there. No, you want to piss black people off. And so you have to put Hillary second. And then it's always going to be who's really the president.
Yeah, Hillary ain't trying to be no vice president, bro.
Fuck no. Because look, like I was trying to tell you last night, 14 million people voted in the primary. I was one of them for Harris, for Biden, Harris. That's who they voted for. They voted for Joe Biden. And if something happened to Joe Biden, they voted for Harris to be his replacement. That's why I say you cannot kick her to the curb. They want to talk about open convention and all this shit. You can try to kick her to the curb if you want to. You are going to piss 14 million people off. And if half of that 14 million say, fuck it, my vote don't count, they're going to do what they want to do, and we're going to stay home, you lose the election. You got to give the 14 million people that voted, you have to give them something. You have to give them something for their vote. And the only thing that you can give us that may satisfy us if Joe Biden decides, if Joe Biden gets out there and say, yeah, it's because of my health, whatever, I endorse, or I'm turning the campaign over to Kamala Harris. Yeah, you can maybe I would suspect you can satisfy the 14 million people that voted, but you cannot disrespect. You are already disrespecting the 14 million people who have voted for Biden and Harris. You are cold-blooded disrespecting us. All this shit you talk about voter rights and the Voting Rights Act and Republicans gerrymandering, what you Democrats are doing right now is worse. It is worse than anything that the Republicans are trying to do as far as keeping motherfuckers they trying to keep us from voting. Y'all are trying to tell us our vote don't mean shit within our own party, the party that we black people are the backbone of. So you have to go ahead and kick Kamala off the ticket and watch what happens. You fuck around and be a landslide.
No, what I'm saying, I'm just trying to picture something different without him there. And I think if you would just switch him for Hillary, right? Mm-hmm. She can prosecute the case, but she wasn't here though. Like I want to say, you gotta let him run because he the one did this shit. You can't run on his shit and he ain't here. Like that's some dumb shit to put somebody else in and run on the shit he did.
That's why,
unless he just too sick. Now that's something different.
Yeah, that's why Kamala.
Other than that, we just come on, let's run.
But if you go with Hillary, then you going with you kind of taking it, you kind of going backwards. You're going into the past, and I think if you get some, if this is me. If Biden decides this
Harris is at the top now,
you're gonna have to, like I said, this is me. I want to see Harris at the top, but you're gonna have to, whoever it is, I think they're going after somebody that's younger, that's newer, that's fresher, that has to take the party forward. Because the people that you want to run right now ain't running because they don't want that stigma. They don't want to put on their name that Gavin Newsom and them ain't running because they don't want to put on their name and on their record. Oh, you help push Biden and Harris out so you can run. That's why the top names ain't running. That's why she gonna end up, I believe, at the top if it happens. She gonna end up at the top, and
if they do that,
somebody like Shapiro gonna be on it. Gonna be the
you risk
VP.
it. You risk it because if you put somebody younger on here with her, now you making Trump the elder statesman in the room. You make him the older person, the more, whether you like it or not, seasoned motherfucking vet. That's a mistake.
Therein comes the rub. Now here comes the rub.
That's why I said Hillary from the beginning, because they can't do her with the overseas shit. They can't do anything with her.
See, here comes the rub. What they doing to Biden, they started doing to Trump last night. The media, that is. What they doing to Biden, they started doing to Trump last night and been doing it today. They started by trashing his speech. They started by talking about he was out there mumbling, he was incoherent, he don't know what he's talking about. I start saying
doctors, never understand.
Now it's Trump, and this was the narrative all day. Trump looks old. Then they'll try to say, well, he don't look old when he's standing next to Biden. That's the only time he don't look old.
He look old that night.
Right. They say now they're saying he look old. Now they're saying he look tired. Now they're saying he looking weak. This was all coming off that speech last night. See, the speech last night, that speech Trump gave and rambling on for 93 minutes like he did, really, it opened the door back up for Democrats.
It was tragic.
Because if you give them, that
was tragic.
I believe if you give them Kamala and
One had to be one of the worst speeches ever.
Yeah. Oh, they already said it. That's the narrative that started about midday today. That I seen it. I seen it about midday today, about 12 o'clock. That was the worst acceptance speech in the history of the Republican convention. That's the narrative they putting out. So now you see that what they're doing is you're pushing one old man out. Now, if the first older man leaves, he's the old man in the race. Right. So now that narrative they'll push it over to Trump, because Trump is only 3 years younger than Biden. So they say, okay, he like today, I was coming back from I had an appointment, doctor's appointment. So I'm coming back, I'm listening to D.L. Hughley. And he made a good point. He said, y'all want to talk about Biden being old? Okay, what is it about Trump? He said Trump is a 78-year-old man who don't eat right. He eats cheeseburgers all day. And you don't know how long he got.
That's my point. It's
so
like,
that's,
you don't know how long
so that started last night. So if Biden decides to leave the race, watch that narrative shift to Trump when you have to put him up against, if it's Kamala Harris, you got to put him. She's younger, she's vibrant, she can talk, she's a lawyer, so you know she can litigate.
Well,
he's not going to get away with telling lies on the stage with her. If she's a nominee, I got him not want to do the second debate.
You know, anybody can get away with those mean lies. And you got enough time to combat that.
Nah, but that's
a lot of lies. If you come back, that mean lies. You really ain't do whatever you had scripted to come in and do.
Okay, what was the number of lies? What was the number of lies in the debate? Was 28?
Yeah.
Okay, last night they counted at least 22. So it was a 6 lie difference between the debate and the convention speech.
And you expect him to combat all those lies as an old ass man, but still tell you what he want to do? That's a lot.
And look,
God damn.
The convention and the debate was 90. The convention speech and the debate was 90 minutes. So this motherfucker averaged it. So hold on. It was 22 lies in the convention, 28. Yeah. So you split the difference. So he averaging about 24, 25 lies per 90 minutes. Per 90 minutes.
Not good. But what if they was to put Harris and Obama wife?
It's a good idea. And I could roll with it. But the reason I don't roll with it is because, in this country, I don't give a fuck who it is. Men that is, are not voting for 2 women, let alone 2 black women on the ticket.
It will be tough.
That's hard. And somewhere you're going to have to put a dude. Because just like I said, you got to do something.
What about the girl that they try to kill? Was that Michigan? She a swing state.
They were talking about her.
Hers.
They were talking about her. Well, but I just don't got to be in 2 women. It's that I think I don't got to 2 women.
Out of all times in America,
I don't got to.
This is the time to put up a woman. When you have
but you racist, have that woman,
pig, bigot, motherfucker been liable for sexual assault rape.
Look,
a motherfucker that took away the rights of women and want to do more. That nigga run up against 2 women is motherfucking exquisite. And it's your way to slip a woman in as president. Easy.
That's why I want to see.
The governor of LA.
If Biden, he said he's not going to do it. He say, that's why I want to see Harris at the top. I want to see that debate if Trump would do it with Harris when he with all the shit you just racist, liable for sexual assault. He got the Epstein shit out there. You got the convictions. You got the other charges waiting. when he got to go, he gonna try to debate a woman
I'm
who's a
saying.
prosecutor,
And
a
then
black woman.
if you put another woman as vice president, then they going up against this pig.
Yeah,
That wants you, the motherfucker, as a woman to stay in an abusive relationship. So this is what I'm saying. If now me, I'm with Biden, right? But let's just say he just say, "No, I'm just tired. Y'all go, y'all blowing me now." You know what I'm saying? Y'all do, y'all gonna do. I would want hers and another woman. I said Hillary from the beginning, but you said that ain't a good idea.
nah.
But if not, it can be this girl from Michigan that they try to kill.
Who Whitman? Whitman already said she's not gonna do it. Whitman
Vice
says she's
president, she'll take that shit.
Whitman says she's not gonna do it.
Vice president, she'll take.
No,
She'll
she's not gonna do it. Anybody that's got a future as president is not gonna is
The
not
future is
gonna
now.
jump out there and
The
have
future
that
is
attack.
now.
Yeah, though. But
If
you
they
don't
win,
want-
there's no future for Democrats.
but it ain't about that. It ain't about all of that. It's 14 million people out here. You cannot have these people that voted, took our time, looked through everything, went to the took our time, went to the voting booth, voted. You cannot disrespect us like that. You got to give us something. You got to basically give us what we want. And they know that if they're seen as helping to push Biden and Harris to the side so they can run, then they're not going to get a significant portion of that 14 million. And if you got to try to hold on to that 14 million because you need it. If you don't get it, you're going to lose. So they know this. They're not running.
What about Harris Castro?
Castro, one of the ones you can't put Castro.
Cortez.
One of the
Cortez.
You talk about AOC?
Yeah.
Nah, too polarized.
Harris and AOC. I would love it.
It's too
You
polarized.
talking about black, Hispanic.
Yeah,
Everything that this ticket is against. Everything. I mean, it's bottled up. Black people, Spanish people, women. It's on the ticket. Hey, bro. To me personally, bro, if you fuck around and throw the old man out, there's no other way to go but two women.
Yeah, you can't do AOC because AOC is way to the left. She out there in Bernie Sanders land. So you can't really do, in my opinion, you can't do AOC.
So you're back to Hillary, like I said. Somebody safe, bro.
It's going to be somebody white, and it's going to be
somebody that can be president if anything happens.
It's going to be somebody white.
That's Hillary,
going to
right?
be somebody.
Now give me another person. That's why people don't be understanding. It don't be that many people that's qualified to be president, bro. That's why I don't be that many people running.
Right now, they talking about that dude Shapiro.
See? We don't know if he's gonna shit his bricks on a big stage or start grabbing a whole bunch of cup of waters like motherfucking Rubio.
No.
What's the other nigga got thirsty?
That was Rubio.
It was another nigga too. Start drinking like shit.
Oh, that was Rubio, and I remember
Rubio mouth kept getting dry or some shit. But somebody drank like a
I believe that if this shit happen,
it's not ready for the big time, bro.
It's gonna be a dude, and
if you gonna put a dude in there, you might well leave motherfucker Biden there and just go. Why take a man off and put a man on? Now you see what I'm saying? You might well just keep going.
But see,
that means you're risking it because this man right here talk to the average people.
They just don't want
this
Biden.
White man.
Yeah.
You gonna stick another white man in that don't talk to these people?
You gonna stick.
Remember what Hillary did? What was that nigga she picked? That was the dumbest vice president picked on Earth. On Earth.
Okay.
Nigga from Virginia.
Tim Kaine.
That was the dumbest pick ever. She had so many variety. Booker. She had so many people at the time. You gonna pick this fool?
Yeah, but Cory Booker wouldn't have.
She wasn't trying to win with that.
Yeah, Cory Booker was in all them debates looking like he was crazy.
You could have got Booker.
That turned a lot of people. That nigga was sitting out there looking like he was straight crazy. Motherfucker eyes all big and shit. Like, God damn, bro.
Tim Kaine, whatever the fuck his name. Like, no, man.
But
as a woman, I know what she was doing. She's trying to show stability at the vice president part where a nigga that been around, knows shit and all that and govern. I get all that. But y'all gotta win first.
Yeah.
Fuck trying to be like, I need somebody to govern. If you ain't got nobody, if you don't win, you don't need nobody to fucking govern. You need to get motherfuckers excited. Motherfucker be excited if Harris and Cortez was running as president, vice president, bro.
Boy, I'm telling you.
And you know how many
put
votes?
AOC. They
Oh
put
my
AOC
God.
on that ticket. Good God Almighty. See, AOC is out there in Bernie land. She
Don't matter.
She
not
too far to the
not
left.
so much. They done
She
turned her.
too
They done
far.
spanked her hand. Said they ain't with her no more.
So
They ain't with her no more
it's going.
because she with Biden.
Look, you got to find a way. You got to find a way. Whatever go down, you still got to find a way to bring the party back together. You got like a month.
That shit gotta happen now. Fuck a
It
month.
can happen. You
Well,
got to
this shit
because look, those of us who got out there in these primaries and cast our vote, we feeling some type of way right now.
That's true.
I'm feeling some type of way.
It's like, what is happening back in the rooms when I
You
went
know what
out
I'm saying?
in the sun, took my time out to make sure I voted for Biden or hers.
Yeah, because
and there's something that's happening. Like what?
So I'm gonna tell you
why
how
we
I
not
feel.
just running the race?
I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and I bet there's a whole lot of other people out there that feel like I feel. If what is on the line right now wasn't on the line right now, and the Democrats are doing what they're doing, I would lead the party. I would change. I not going Republican. I would go independent. If what the shit that's on the line right now, with what the policies they trying to push through, with the Supreme Court being on the line for the next 30, 40, 50 years, and I know it's a lot of people out there, and that's why they doing this shit, because they realize that a lot of people out here, and for those who don't know and don't want to listen, y'all need to listen. It's a lot. What's on the line out here is not only women's rights, civil rights, mass deportation, Project 2025 was going to set you back, going to set everybody back to fucking Jim Crow,
Bro,
it's a lot. It's a lot on the line, and I'm telling y'all,
it's serious.
The ones that's doing it, yes, you're serious business.
This serious, and everybody gotta understand that Donald Trump is a white supremacist, bro.
All day long.
Period. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna come in and disagree with me all you want, but he is a white supremacist. His thought process is that white people are superior, and everybody else got to work for him. That's a white supremacist, bro. Their whole motherfucking agenda is white supremacy. 2025 agenda is motherfucking police officers have immunity to kill black kids in the street without being motherfucking crucified for it in jail.
Oh, you
and
think
motherfucker go to jail? Coming back? You can't motherfucker take them to court. That's in 2025. Police officer himself. I want y'all to follow me on this. We have a problem with them killing our kids in the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now what Trump want to do is give them immunity, where you can't sue them, you can't put them in jail. None of that. You just got a dead kid. That is what he pushed.
That's what he pushed.
Immigration. No country with black people.
Get the fuck out.
Only white motherfuckers can come here. Norway, whatever country you think of with white motherfuckers, that's it for us.
Norway.
You can't have no black shit going on here. Jamaica, none of that. That's what they want, right? They want the schools, no popular education, throw that out, wipe away history. Wipe away. This is white supremacy, bro.
Look.
They want to take away DEI, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because
they already got affirmative action.
And because in their mind frame, you taking a job from me. I'm a white man. These jobs are mine. Why would somebody give you some way to take it from me when all these jobs belong to me and my friend in them? Now you get out of here with that DUI shit and that's my friend job. That's the problem. If it runs, that's white supremacy. All in a capsule. Healthcare. They don't give a fuck about no elderly or poor. They yanking that out of there. Nothing. No more Obamacare. No more health. None of that. You have to pay out your anus if you get sick. They are white supremacists, bruh. They want you as minorities, black people, anybody ain't white and a man. to beg them, work for them, get on your knees for them. Like these motherfuckers 50 Cent in them. Look at y'all watching it in plain time. Coons. People that's motherfucking helping the cause of white supremacy, bro. And motherfucking history is not gonna look on them good. 50 Cent and these people, Ice Cube, y'all gonna look so dumb because the agenda of Trump, you might love Trump smiling and joking, make you laugh, but their agenda is white supremacy.
Look.
You can't tell me he's not a fucking racist. You wasting your fucking time. And on top of that, you gotta tell KKK, skinheads, and all the racist group in America, they got the wrong guy. If anybody know who racists are, they should know. And he shouldn't be their God if he's not a fucking racist. You need to wake up, bruh.
I want
white supremacy, bro.
I want y'all to look back at the lineup, last night's lineup of the speakers and the fucking performers. You had Tucker Carlson, who we know is a racist. You had Kid Rock perform.
Oh my God.
And you had Hulk Hogan speak, who we know is a racist. Kid Rock performed. Dana White, he ain't shit. And he introduced.
He's a pig too.
Yep.
Beat the shit out of his wife on
he
live
ain't
air.
shit. Yep. He's a white woman beater. And he introduced Donald Trump. You had people straight out of fucking jail, get straight out of jail, and come speak at the convention on the third night.
Fresh off the motherfucking joint. You know, if he
Straight off the motherfucking
you don't
yard.
think that nigga had something ran up in his anus.
Straight off
nothing.
the yard.
Just brought him in there.
You had a woman on there who's a culture vulture, Amber Rose, who then made a name and lived off the black culture, and now claims, and now will tell you quick that she ain't black, and that now she is where she belongs with her people. I'm paraphrasing, coons. That's what she said. You had
redneck coon.
You had Tim Scott and Byron Donaldson, whose speeches I believe were not in prime time, and they was short.
Oh, all the black people shit was pushed with nobody watch.
Right. But you give Hulk Hogan, you get Hulk Hogan all that time last night in prime time, and then give a performance to Kid Rock after that long ass speech, another long speech, fairly decent enough time. Tucker Carlson, who got ran off of Fox. Look,
I seen commentators talking about that was effective putting her on there and all that.
And you got dumbass people like Van Jones.
It's one motherfucking reason why I say that can be effective. Not for black people, for example, right? If you see Amber Rose in a joint, right? Now, if you think about Republican Party over the years, it's a business joint. People coming in as business motherfuckers. You never had no fucking YouTube stars. You never had no motherfucking people off the Instagram. So this is new right there, right? So the average Republican kid from parents that's Republicans and all that, when they was watching them parents watching the Republicans, that just wasn't happening, right?
Nope.
So now they looking at a convention where they know people. When she pop up, they know this bitch. You feel me? So I can understand how motherfuckers can feel like that's effective, because I do think it's effective too by putting her there, right? She's not effective for the black culture at all. That's irrelevant. But she is effective for white kids that knew her from the black culture.
Come on, Amber Rose?
Yeah. So when white kids see it, she cool to them, right? When we see it, we know what she is. But it's a cool thing to them that she there. Now, Amber Rose is a slut. But
she said that herself.
She gives it a different flavor than what Republicans usually be. Now, you see what I'm saying? So when you look on a joint, you got her there, you got Kid Rock there. In their mind, this is their way of saucing this thing up. You feel me? Than what they've been doing, like a business type of atmosphere. and always Democrats always had the party. Now you see what I'm saying? So now this time they having a party. It's not a party that me and you would like, but it's a party. It's touching somebody out there that's white that probably wouldn't even think about voting and looked at this shit and saw her there. It was like, oh, hey, maybe this shit ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? You feel me though?
Mm-hmm.
Not black people, just in general people. You feel me? Just white kids. You know what I'm saying? Just kids in general, just watching the shit as a Republican family. But they see people on here that they can be turned to their mom, be like, yeah, I know her. When moms be like, who the hell's that? You see what I'm saying? That's they know them. So it connects now Republicans to younger generation. You feel me?
I feel what you're saying, and I see where you're coming from on that. But I'm gonna counter.
We look at it as black when it's not even for that.
I counter on this. I counter this way. When was she put up on the first night? Besides her, and if we wasn't talking about her, you don't remember shit from the first night. And she ain't even, nothing is being talked about unless we brought up Amber Rose ourselves. Nothing from the first night is being talked about. Nothing from the second night is being talked about. Everything, if they wanted to make her effective, you would to affect really the audience that you say they looking for. She would have spoke last night. You could have put her, you could have put her in the place of Hulk Hogan, and it would have been more effective. Because Hulk Hogan ain't getting you nothing but the crowd you already have. The crowd you talk about when we had the back and forth about The Rock. When you say the wrestling fans, the hillbilly motherfucker, white motherfuckers out there that whatever, they already got that. That crowd they already got.
No. What you gotta realize is clips. So
I understand.
Let's say Republican family, the kid's Republican. The clips is on their joint with her, Amber Rose, coming on the joint. And the kid get to say who she is.
True. And
talk about it and give information to the parents about that, the white parent about who she is. You feel me? So that one way they now engage the younger generation into Republican Party. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now you see what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
The black person is not even that thing with this.
That's what they.
It's just to jazz up the Republican Party, which is not the same no more. It's a MAGA party.
Oh, it's a MAGA party. But I feel you on that, and I agree with you. That's what they trying to do. But my thing is, if you was going to use her to do that, you're not going to use her on night 1. You use her on night 3.
No, I said
definitely on night
clips.
4.
YouTube.
You can use the clips.
More people see it more on YouTube than at night.
No, if you got 20 million people, 20 million people getting 20 million views of her clips on YouTube is different from 20 million people watching at one time. And you speaking before the former president. That's different.
20 million views on motherfucking TikTok or some shit like that. Yeah, way more effective than people watching that shit on TV.
Because you got the whole
you gonna get the clip of her talking
right in the moment.
She's not gonna have it's not even gonna be her whole speech.
Clips mean something.
It's gonna be a clip where the motherfuckers have engagement with their parents. Like they gonna be like, who the hell is this? And they gonna describe her as Kanye this, not this, and fuck with this, and she that. It's a way to engage. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody know when she came on, the Republicans blacked out her tattoos on her face.
No, I was there.
They blacked out.
They didn't get a close up. You didn't get a close up. You can see them.
They fuzzied out her tattoos.
That went across the top of her forehead.
Yeah,
you can see it.
They blurred the joint out.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do a close up on her face. But
why was that?
Because
I'm trying to think. I know Kid Falls got some. I mean, not Kid Falls. What's his nigga name?
Oh, Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. I know he got some tattoos.
I don't know if he tatted. I don't think he tatted up on his face
though. No.
He tatted up everywhere else. But you if you want to get the most effect out of that, the most eyes on any convention.
Hogan.
Yeah, the most eyes you're going to get on any convention is the last 2 nights. The vice president's nominee speech, and the last night when you get the presidential nominee speech. That's when you're going to get the most eyes. If you wanted to get a real effect out of Amber Rose would have spoke on one of them nights. And not just They not tripping. Nobody tripping on Amber Rose right now. It's about Trump.
Shit, they
Trump
talk about her for
ragged
2
ass
days.
speech. Nobody talking about Amber Rose right now.
Shit,
It's all
now,
about.
nah.
It's all about right. It's she already forgotten about.
Yeah,
It's
they
all
talk about
about
her
Trump.
for a minute.
They're not even.
You
talking
had
about,
Joy Reid they was going back. She talked
Look.
about for a minute, bro.
The talk right now is about Trump's speech. The talk right now isn't even about J.D. Vance's speech. Right. That wiped out everything. Once them two speak, everything that came before them is wiped out because that's the main event. So everybody on the last night, you want to see, okay, presidential nominee going to speak. It ain't about, whatever happened already happened. So that's why I say the way people talking about and Hulk Hogan ripping over his shirt and all this old shit, what you going to do, and all that shit he talked about. I couldn't stay quiet no longer, motherfucker. You wasn't staying quiet when you ran off all them niggas in that motherfucking video. So
he wasn't staying quiet anyway,
right?
Because him and the WWE family,
what up,
family, they all motherfucker are in the motherfucking campaign of Trump. So it wasn't nothing special.
I believe that if you really wanted to get the effect from out of Amber Rose, if you would have swapped out Amber Rose for Hulk Hogan or even Kid Rock last night, you would have got a bigger effect out of her. You probably did, because some white kids, and it probably was at the time that it happened, they who is this bald-headed black, who's this girl right here? And that's Amber Rose. She's a slut that used to be with Kanye West and all of this, that, the third.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got to remember, they put her on the stage, and the fucking Republican commentators on the fucking shows didn't even know who she was.
Exactly.
So it like I say,
big point of that, but she got 30 million followers on Instagram. So that's the key. Now you see what I'm saying?
True.
So she gonna post all that shit. She probably got some MAGA shit on her shit somewhere.
That's where
that funnels some people to her shit that was not thinking about voting. I'm talking about white people. It's not a black person thing that she pulling off.
It could have been, but the thing about it is, she lost more than she gained over that because she spent the next 2 days getting dragged.
Not in the white community, the black community.
She just got, but the people that made her dragged her. White people didn't make Amber Rose.
That's cool. We talking about voting.
I'm
she
saying,
get two or three 17, 18-year-old white kids to look at her and be like, oh, it's Amber Rose in the Republican Party? My mom probably, I wasn't thinking about it. Now I think it's cool. Now
I think you got some.
Now you see what I'm saying?
I believe it. I'm with you on that. I believe you got some dumbasses out there that will do that. But in the
Hulk
end,
Hogan thing, that was when I was a kid. That's just, I don't know what that's gonna do.
But in the end,
but it do it enthusiastic videos.
I believe that her appearance there, being on night one, and then you have so many other motherfuckers, big name motherfuckers that spoke after her, that it ain't really get the effect. Look, if you want to reach out and try to get the black vote, you're not going to stick your black speakers.
You don't understand.
On the early nights.
That's not what they was there for.
Huh?
They are there to influence white culture. Kids that want to be cool, that look up to black people, bruh. That's what this for. But it's not, when they putting these black people on stuff, the black culture, it always be people that's not in our culture or we don't fuck with. It's because that's not what they there for. It's for their kids, their grandkids to see them and think, all right, it's cool now. You feel me? They'll bring them in their office or some shit. Can I get her in my office? She probably went in some Republicans' office so their kids can take pictures with them, some shit. Just to see, to them, it's cool. You feel me? To us, we know she's a piece of shit.
They don't know no better. But
that's not the goal. His goal is to enthusiastic get younger voters in there, not black voters, white voters, by using her.
But if you want to use a motherfucking and try to use black culture to influence white kids to vote, they going to the wrong fucking place. Shit, you got to go to fucking BET and motherfucking Yo MTV Raps, because that's what the motherfucking white kids are tuning into.
See, that's not how you gonna do it though. You gotta get somebody that influences them.
Yeah, I know, but Amber Rose is not that serious.
I guarantee you, Amber Rose is more in white culture than ours. And once they seen her with Trump, they connected like that.
Look,
you feel me? Trump, her, all those motherfuckers they connecting with.
Look, Amber Rose was a
It
video.
softens him.
Amber Rose started out as a video vixen or video hoe, whatever
again,
you want to talk.
Man, you know who she is.
The black culture is what made her. That's what made her. Now, a lot of white kids know who she is because a lot of white kids tune into the black culture.
Yeah.
So that's where they know her from.
So they think she cool.
They think she cool.
That's all you need.
You
now,
right.
Us knowing she's some trash is nothing.
Right.
I mean, she can't influence black people. Cool. But that's not why she's there. That's why I want everybody to look at politics is funny and deep.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're here too. But some of this shit is not directed to black people. When they do some of this shit, it's more directed to any delusional black person that will go with it. Cool. But it's more geared towards getting their younger generation galvanized into Republican Party, which is MAGA now. You know what I'm saying? Where they won't think it's just an old white man with suits on.
Yeah, that's why you got
they throw some Kid Frost in there. You throw her in there, Hulk Hogan in there, just to mix it up a little bit. Even though when Democrats come on, it's going to be like a BT Awards show.
How do you guys feel about the Democratic Party skipping over VP Harris?
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like a BT Awards with the Democratic convention.
Oh, that joint gonna be BT Awards shit. If they don't get this shit straight, it's gonna be like a social.
It's gonna be
award.
like a BT Awards, and then it's gonna be two different joints. You're gonna see the difference.
I did that last night.
Republicans always down Democrats for having stars and rappers and people in that shit. But they scramble up the lowest and lowest of these people and put them on that.
Right, because the big stars ain't gonna be seen there.
But it's cool for that though.
Trump an entertainer though. Trump at heart, Trump is an entertainer. Yeah. So Trump.
That's why a better campaigner than old man. Than
yeah, you're gonna get more of that type of stuff. But yeah, the Republican Party now. That's why you got a 39-year-old JD Vance on the ticket. You know, that they touting as the future of the party. Because they
white supremacists.
Yeah, they gone MAGA and they ain't going back.
Everything is white supremacists. Wow. They white supremacists.
Hell yeah.
They don't want black people to have no advancements, no nothing in our culture. Look, they don't want no kids to have no advancement in our culture. No women that had no advancement in our culture. They don't want anybody to advance. It's just if you read the motherfucker 2025 book, you're going to get it clear that the agenda, and if you watch this convention, the agenda itself, you can see it. It's anti-immigrant, anti-black, anti-women. It's just there.
Let me explain this. Let me say it like this. And somebody get me right if I'm wrong. Over the last 25 years, they've been talking about a race war. Even talk about on the back channel, well, it's like, there's a race war coming. Sooner or later, there's going to be a race war up in this country. You've been hearing that over the last 25 years. We're closer to that now than ever. Because if Trump gets in, what the first thing he said he was going to do? Get all them illegals, or basically get all the Hispanics out the country. That's the first thing they're going to do.
So our first year of him being president, we're going to see people thrown in cages.
You're going to see
just a massive amount of nonsense going on.
Yep. And then after that, you know what's going to happen? Black people are going to wise up and going to look at this shit and going to say, you know what? We next. They coming after us next.
Oh, it's too late. If he become president, it's too late for him to say next.
They're gonna say
first for real.
After they go around rounding up, they're gonna be running up in businesses. They're gonna be running up in everywhere, in houses and fucking Hispanic housing projects and all that shit. They're gonna round up all them motherfuckers and gonna have buses out there and 18-wheeler full of motherfuckers going back to the border.
But this was gonna do with the black people. 3 strikes is back.
Everything.
Frisking, whatever the fuck that is.
They already
back.
say
those things that come back, which is racially motivated. And on top of that, you're gonna have a motherfucking police officer that can kill you without being motherfucking sentenced for anything. So most of this.
If Trump gets in the White House, the first 2 things are coming back. You just said one. Stop and frisk is coming back, and racial profiling. You best believe it. You best believe it.
That's my point. It's motherfucking white supremacy, bro. Till 2025, this is real clear to everybody. That's white supremacy, bro. Everything in that book, everything that they want done. Yeah, you heard them.
Yeah.
I want to round up everything the first day, everybody.
I mean,
and then when he open it back up, you only can be white to get in. So this is what we're gonna do: get rid of everybody that's not white, bring in more white people, and then the black people that's here, y'all in trouble. Then y'all the ones that he put his full focus on. You can't get no motherfucking houses. They can get rid of that. Banking, scarce. Your business for banking, forget about it. Because it's gonna be straight. You can forget that shit. Schooling. This gonna be the worst schooling for black kids in the decades and decades since we was back in Jim Crow, bro. Shit is gonna go downhill for black people.
You think your neighborhood fucked up now? Let this happen. Look,
it's not nothing. We're not sitting here trying to fake like anything. We've been through a lot anyway.
Look.
It can't get no worse than the 80s and the 60s. So,
so you think
our culture has been through a lot, and we're telling you from where we coming from. What's ahead, bro? We don't want to go back to Jim Crow, even though that black fool that's a Republican said it was cool.
Yeah,
you do not want to be there.
Look,
and you're almost there. If this clown be 2025, got us there.
They just gave you the game plan last night.
I tell you,
if all you got to do is look, if you look and you don't understand, Hoodview Politics is we are here to explain it to you. And I'm going to explain it to you because they put out the whole plan this whole week.
They did.
And it started Wednesday night with mass deportation signs. They are going to kick the Hispanics and illegals and from everywhere else out of the country off the break. You are not going to get no fucking more immigration from none of them countries, no African nations, no Caribbean nations. You are going to get immigration, as Trump said, from places like Norway, Germany, and shit like that. That's what you're going to get. So then once you finish with the Hispanics and you kicking all of them out of the country, then it's down to black versus white, because that's gonna be the final battle. Black versus white. It's coming. You don't gotta believe me. You just listen to them carefully. They just told you what's gonna happen. Once the Hispanics are gone and we can get rid of everyone that we can get rid of, it's gonna be black versus white all over again.
And this is all because the country is turning not white. So it's almost 50% or more not white. So their goal is to put a halt to everything ASAP. Put a halt to motherfucking any type of laws that motherfucking help a black person advance. Get rid of that. Get rid of everything possible, right? Shut down everything and start inflating the joint with white people themselves. And that's where you get the numbers back up, where they can get them back to 70, 80% of the America white again. And that's where you talking about America great again, where they can get it. This is what America great again means. Getting America completely as white as possible.
Going back. Right.
100% if they can. 90% of white people, if they get back to there, if they can. This is what they want. They want this to be Norway. They want this to be somewhere which is strictly white people. And they don't give a fuck where you go as a Mexican or whatever fuck black person you are. They don't give a fuck where you go. If you stay here, you're going to take the pressure. You see what I'm saying? If you're not going to take this pressure, get the fuck out of here. That's how they're going to have it. And why you do that? Influx them more white people. Influx them more white people. Getting more Mexicans out. Forcing black people out. Putting you in jail. Forcing you where you can't live. You can't get housing. You can't get food. No more motherfucking snaps. That's out. None of that. Social Security done. Old people out in the streets dying. Probably killing people to get food. So that's going to escalate. People dying in the street. Old people for sure. Women dying, trying to get rid of fucking babies that they don't want. So we talking about a fucking future. A complete chaos and disrespectfulness and motherfucking bigotry, bruh. That's 2025 project.
This is another part. This is another part of that whole deal. See, with this with Project 2025 and where they're going with this Project 2025 shit and all the shit that they doing, you have to break it down. You have to break it down into certain subjects or certain segments. Just like you have to break down abortion and what abortion is doing. Okay, abortion is this. We know, and if anybody know about biology, an old man can knock up a young woman, but an old woman can't get pregnant. After a certain age, when a woman go through the change, go through menopause, her having babies is over. So what? So that what is who is the abortion law and changing it and getting rid of it is geared to. It's geared to younger folks, and they want to stop young white women from having abortions. Because what are they going to do? They're going to be doing like Matt Gaetz doing. They're going to knock them up, and they're going to knock them up young. They're going to basically flood the population. They're going to they're going to replenish the white population. That's what they want. That's what they want to do.
That's what I said.
They want to get, that's part, see, it's deeper than what you think. That's part of why getting illegals and getting Mexicans and Hispanics out of the country, because you can look at it and they can't stand it. If you look at anything on TV, mixed relationships and mixed marriages are it's just so out there, so normal now. You don't look at it today as the way you look when you seen Tom and Helen Willis on the Jeffersons. You never seen that before. That was the first interracial marriage on TV, and in the beginning, it shocked people. You see that now; it's just normal. You see all of the top athletes. They got black women on their arms. They got white women on their arms. They want to stop. Look, they're gonna knock them up. And they're going to knock them up young. When they get to 16 and 17, they'll start burning their asses up. And you got to look past the surface with this shit. Because like my man said, politics is deep and politics is dirty. It's very deep and it's very dirty. And you got to look past this. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about a black woman having an abortion. They like that shit. MAGA like that shit. Because the less black people come into this world, the better for them. That's the way they feel. They don't fuck about no black babies. What they give a fuck about is more white babies getting born. And if white women are out here fucking black men and getting pregnant, that's diminishing the white race. They don't want that. Why do you think so many racists follow this dude? Every racist organization out there right now, from the KKK down to the Patriot Front, they MAGA. You got to look at their literature. You can read their literature and the shit that they think that they want to teach this critical race theory and what's that shit where they think the other races is taking over and wiping out the God damn it, I was talking about that shit earlier. But that's what they want. So hey, you gotta look.
Like what I'm saying, it's like if nobody understands what white supremacy means, at this point in time, watching this ticket that's running for president, you got to know what it is by the name. You got two motherfuckers that don't want nobody to do anything that are not white men, period. If they're not white men, they don't want to hear it. And then the other motherfucking that's the vice president, Joint Vance, if a bitch getting her ass whooping in a relationship, Murray, he wants that bitch to stay there, period. Just stay there. Where you going? It's like, and if she get raped, he don't want them to get no abortions for no reason. So at this point in time, we're not even just talking about white supremacy. We talking about white supremacy want to lord over everybody, bro. Yeah. And everybody else is going to be the minions, and white people are going to be stomping, in, especially white men, because the white women going to be submissive to them. So therefore, you're going to have white men running this country, and they're going to try to run the numbers up and try to get white people back up to 80% in America. Bro.
That's what it's about. And this one goes out. This one goes out to women. Do you think that if these people get back in the office, the way women are fighting, the way women are fighting for equal pay for equal work, you think that's going to happen? Women are doing better on the pay scale against men than they ever was at any point in history, but it's still not equal. Do you think that you're going to see more women CEOs? No, you're not. You're going to see everywhere that they can stick a man that they don't think, especially a white man, that they don't think a woman should be. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, no women, no minorities.
No,
It's gonna be
yeah,
back
that's
to
what they're
all
going to
white
do.
everything. They're gonna get rid of DEI, get rid of everything that help a black person or a minority get in the workforce or even get looked at. Something like so everybody can understand what we're saying. NFL have a Mooney rule, whatever the fuck the Rooney rule, where each team, when they looking for a coach, they have to interview a black person. Now, me and Tony know it's bullshit.
Oh, that's bullshit.
He's just in there, and that person know that's bullshit, but they going in anyway because now you sitting at the table. Really, we have to do things like that for us as black people to be in some type of circles like that, and it helps in the end, even though they don't get motherfucking hired. Then the fact they're there, the person got to meet them, the person got to see who they are. You feel me? And that helps in the long way for assistance or move down to get another job somewhere. It helps. So not just to be a coach at the time, just getting us in that room right there, sitting at the table talking, makes it better. But that alone, that's everybody make millions of dollars in the NFL. You feel me? And they got representative for that. That's why I try to tell you that normal jobs don't have that type shit, and that's what you need. DI and shit like that is what that is for. Yeah. Just for like the Rooney rule.
Yeah, just like he went on the unions last night and talk about the union head of the United UAW should be fired. They're not for unions. Trump is a businessman. That dude is about as anti-union as you can get. Unions, look, all we telling y'all is this. Look a little bit. Don't just take everything they saying on the surface, and then for somebody to come back and tell you, "Oh, nah, it ain't like that." Bullshit. It's like that, and you got to look a little bit deeper because the effects. You got to look at how this shit going to affect you in your life, and some people. That's why we get on people. We get on people that jump out there and we know they're trying to use their popularity, use their fame, or use their status in the black community to get black people to try to vote one way. And it's not for a betterment of the black community, it's for a betterment of them personally. And where they're at, to keep them where they're at. So we know this. That's why we try to kick that shit out to y'all like that. But y'all have to, I'm telling y'all have to fucking dig a little deeper. Because on a for real, all of the shit that we kicking to you, it's out there. It's out there in plain sight. All you gotta do is look it up.
And like you said, motherfucking unions are real important, right?
Yeah.
And that's funny because I was talking to somebody today and shit, right? And he was telling me, matter of fact, a mailman. I'm talking to a mailman. The man say he make less than 30,000 a year and shit, right? But he work. If he can work the extra hours, 6-7 days, then he can get up to 50, right?
Yeah.
So we're in this joint talking and shit, right? Most of the time we talking to people, they don't know I've worked in a union before, none of that shit, right? Or union rep. So he was like, yeah, man, we negotiated a contract. You know what I'm saying? They treat us good and all that. So I was like, what was the contract, right? He said, one motherfucking clause is, no matter what, we can't strike. So I was like, what?
How you give you ability to strike?
So you signed, who did that? So he was like, that was the contract that everybody made up. So that's why right there is the reason why I can understand how some people don't want to be involved with unions, don't want to give your money up for a union. You feel like they're just taking your money, right? Because it is no way in fucking hell. This is mail. This is the mail joint. Whoever doing the mail unions, I'm gonna find out y'all names and shit. Trust me. Our next podcast, I'm gonna go deep into whoever the fuck y'all are. Yeah. But whoever the union is, and he told me it's like 18 unions in one motherfucking joint, the mail joint. So that's a problem.
That's a problem.
So they negotiated a contract where no circumstances can they strike.
Let me.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, who agreed to that?
Let me explain to y'all that it did that dumb shit. You don't ever do that, and you never give up your right to strike, because your right to strike is your power. You don't have no power in nothing now. They can do what the fuck they want to do, and they gonna kick, and they gonna kick it, and they gonna kick whatever they want to you in the next negotiation, because y'all gave up the one thing that you can is look. The one power that you have is to shut it down. We can shut it down.
I can't imagine a union giving that up. I gotta find out what unions. I'm gonna find out which one unions is.
Y'all fucked up.
I'm gonna blast y'all motherfucking ass. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way you can convince me that giving that up does anything y'all did.
That's your power.
I don't give a fuck.
Your power to be able to walk out, shut that shit down.
And you had them convinced that they was living good.
Right.
That's fucked up. And that's our problem. See, again, not just politics, and a lot of stuff we don't like. We don't like motherfucking bullshit.
That was dumb.
That's that bullshit. That's because you got union reps in there sucking the union ass.
Yeah,
y'all gotta understand, it's not the union. It's not the fact you have a union. You know what I'm saying? The fact you have a union is a good thing if you use it wisely.
Yeah,
right. But if you got union reps and then the union itself being assholes and they working together just to make sure they good and you fucked and the company good, then I get you. You know what I'm saying? But it's the human beings, it's the people you put in there that runs that make it run. You know what I'm saying? But you need that motherfucking, you need that union.
Yeah,
for them to negotiate that and get that.
Yeah, and y'all to go for it. And tell that motherfucker
completely
y'all should on it for real. When they came back with that shit in that clause, y'all should have fired. Y'all should have got rid of that union rep or found it or organized with another union.
It just didn't make sense.
Y'all supposed to got rid of that motherfucker right then. Motherfucker, you got to go. Ain't no way. That's your power.
I just don't get it, bro.
You gave away the last bit.
I'm gonna find out whoever's in this union, and I'm gonna find out the union representative that goes to the mail joint, because it's like I'm gonna have to. I got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would get done.
But before we get out, because it's like what? Because like I work in a union, right? I'm working in the field too, so it's like two different things. So I work on a job, right? Me and Tony worked at Smithfield Packing, where you had 7 union reps. Now, anybody don't know what a union rep is when you have a union. So the union is a entity, right? It's something like, let's say a warehouse for the lawyers, right? And you work in a motherfucking warehouse or fast food or medical joint, right? But y'all have no representation and y'all getting treated like shit, right? You have an opportunity to try to get a union in your joint. Now, it benefits because your wages, your work environment, and discriminations and shit like that can be taken care of if you had the right people in place. You know what I'm saying? So the union rep is the person that works with you, right? Let's say the person that works with you actually fill out an application with you and y'all work together, right? This person is now labeled as a representative of the union, which is equivalent to supervisors and management as far as the business itself is concerned, right? So you as a representative can go in the office, and now that supervisor, that manager cannot talk to you as a regular person no more, as a regular worker. You are actually at management level now. They have to talk to you like that, right? So they can't fire you because you in there talking to them or none of that. It's just me and you now. We both management now. Feel me? So you have 2-3 people of those on the field, on the floor, wherever you work at, that actually work at the place, right? So the union is on the outside. Now, I actually work at the union itself too, where you go state to state and do certain things and get out and try to get people to organize. So on one trip I went wrong, right? It's motherfucking chicken bama, Purdue. So Purdue got a big motherfucking plant way out in Maryland, right? Anybody know it's like the Eastern Shore of Maryland, over that area. And not only do we have a plant, they have a store there, they have a lot of motherfucking property there, right? Apartments, all types of stuff.
Purdue owns damn near all of the Eastern Shore.
Yeah. And so if you go to Eastern Shore, it's like it's like you get this feeling that somebody is a king or a god here, right? Like everywhere you go, it's like people sucking that Purdue man dick, right? So me as an outsider, right? My job was to come in these, go to these people's houses that work in this plant, right? This was the job I had to do, right? The people that work in the plant, not go to the plant and talk to them, go to their house and shit like that, or where they work at, and go play at, or go to the gym at. I had to actually run into these people and fit shit like that, right? And so I run into some of them, get cussed out and shit. But there's one motherfucking girl, right? I go to her house, right? There's a whole bunch of motherfucking kids in that joint, right? Me and the motherfucking dude that was with me, right? We had to go in that joint and try to tell her you need a union at your job, you know what I'm saying? This organized. We was trying to organize them, right? We go in the joint, and the first thing that bitch said was, "Get the fuck out of here." I was like, hold on. I'm telling you, you can make more money than you doing right now if you just listen to me for 1 minute. Get the fuck out of here. I'm about to call the police. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what? You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't try to talk to you. And the motherfucker that was with me, right, was already in the car. And I'm looking back like, what? Because all this was new to me, because I'm thinking, I'm just going to talk to her about, you could do better if you have a union and fight this shit. Purdue was paying these people $9-10 an hour, bro. Yep. And they literally thought they was getting paid some money. You know what I'm saying? Living in motherfucking, and then what really fucked us up.
Because it ain't nothing down there, so.
What made it even worse out there, right?
It seems like that shit good.
Exactly. And it seemed like you in another planet when you did too, bro. If y'all go to Eastern Shore, bro, I'm trying to tell you, it can be like, huh? Y'all really is worshiping this Purdue dude. Y'all on something different, bro. For real. So Eastern Shore itself, right? We go down that joint. It's a big ass plant, but he got this big ass field, right? Which is these ran down motherfucking trailers on it. And nothing but Asian Americans on that joint, bro. Mm-hmm. And they all work in the plant. You feel me?
Yep.
This is what I'm running into out this bitch, bro. And when the whole town just supposed to catch people in the store and say, hey, look, you need a union at your job. You know what I'm saying? But I'm running to all this shit. So I'm like, fuck it. I get my man to go with me. Let's go over that joint and talk to them. You feel me? I want to be nosy for real. So I'm going over that joint, bro. These joints ran the fuck down. There's no water running in these joints. They got kids going on in these joints. Big ass bugs and mosquitoes tearing your ass up. And they don't even know no English. It's like 30 motherfucking trailers over there. It was actually I guess it was a trailer park there. You know what I'm saying? But all of them worked in Purdue plant.
Yep.
Illegally. You feel me though?
Yep.
This shit's crazy, bro.
But you gotta understand how they get them too. Half these people that they come over here, they do come up from fucked up ass countries, and to them, $8, $9, $10 an hour.
That's what I'm saying. No, don't get me wrong. There's black people out there joint hillbilly, black people out there joint. Yeah, people them niggas run me off their porch.
Yeah,
we had some old men ran me out the fucking alley, and all I said was, y'all can make more money. Well, who you?
Yeah. I'm
like, bro, I'm just trying to tell y'all y'all can organize. Man, we don't get out of here. Purdue is the guy, man. Take care of the schools. Yeah. You know how you go somewhere I went to a little corner store and old people there, right? You know how old people would talk to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Purdue, our guy, man. Purdue, man, did this and that. Yeah. You got the schools over there. Purdue is the man down that joint. The chicken farm dude, bro.
Look, Purdue is the man because how Purdue does it. If you want to
motherfucker,
if you want to work for Frank Purdue and work for Purdue Farms raising chickens, all you have to do is ask. That's all you have to do. You ask. You go put in an application, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Ask. They give you everything. They give you the chickens to raise. They give you the feed for the chickens. They give you everything.
Worked in that
all for you have to do. Also, that's basically
you fill out the application. And all that. But the nigga across the store dude was with them, right? Mm-hmm. He snitched on me. So I was in there for like 3 days at the most. And I got let off. And then the union dude called me and said they recognized everybody now. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? It was like 10 of us that was undercover.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people don't want to organize.
Purdue got stores and people that's spying and shit too.
Yeah, they got people.
It's just crazy out there, bro. You got
people paying a little extra.
It's crazy.
Let me know what's going on. We don't have that shit go. We had that shit where we was working.
It's crazy, bro. The whole town, city is crazy. Salisbury. What's that called?
Man, Salisbury, terrible.
Crazy out there with that Purdue shit, bro.
Salisbury, Easton, all that shit.
Oh my God.
Comico, everywhere.
Yes. And everybody live there know what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy out there.
Man, they love that dude down there because they think he taking care of them.
And it's not.
But
It's you way below everything out there.
Yeah, because they look. It is some places down on the eastern shore of Maryland that just getting indoor plumbing and running water. Some
That's
places
true.
probably still ain't got it.
That's true.
It's really
It's bad
rural down there. It's really rural. And this
what senator is for that?
I don't know who the senator down there, but this is the fucked up thing about it. Down there, and I know this for a fact, down it really on both ends of this state. Once you get across that bridge going down on the eastern part of the state, it is poor as shit.
Oh yeah, it is though.
It's poor as shit and it's red. It is blood red down there. It is straight Republican down there.
It is.
And they poor, and they, you know what? They will not. It's just like we say all the time. They will not vote their interest.
Chris Van Hollen is the senator.
Holland? I thought Holland was. Wait a minute. I thought Holland was up on this end. I thought
he's Maryland, ain't he?
Yeah, but we got Holland. We got a couple of. Maryland got like 2, 3, maybe 4 senators. I forgot how many senators.
He over there. Yeah. Senator Van Hollen.
Yeah, he might got them because we ain't got with a couple of senators. So that's probably him. Dang. But yeah, it's rural. That is rural down there. And
oh yeah, boy. Yeah, you're right. That down there is tough. Eastern Shore and Salisbury is tough. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Salisbury,
because most of that's almost like motherfucking
I think Salisbury, Eastern. That's what most of the black population is. Mostly
motherfucking what's those called? Trailers down there.
Yeah, they got trailer parks and every goddamn thing down there, motherfucker. But yeah, it's really them the boonies for real down there. That's the bottoms down that joint.
Come in one time when I didn't even know it was a trailer park. It was a trailer park behind the stores.
And I've been all through that motherfucker.
And you go around there, just a whole bunch of trailers back that joint. Motherfucker, like, who you? Like, huh? What the fuck? I'm looking for the store.
Oh, yeah. And it's right in that area, Eastern Maryland, Eastern Maryland, Eastern Shore, and Western Maryland, up in the mountains, all that shit is red. But the population centers of the state is in the middle. So it's basically in the middle.
I know what you're saying. The outskirts are just left there.
Yeah.
You talking about around where the colleges and shit at, the schools. Because on the outside, it's almost toward the water and all that, just like
all that's
left
red.
That alone.
All that's red. All that's rural and all that's red.
Exactly.
There's more population up in Western Maryland than it is. I don't know. It might be about even. I ain't too sure.
I think it's a school out there.
Yeah, UMES.
All right, yeah. So that's why that right there part of that joint is more civilized. But you get more and out. It's like, where the hell are we at? Some of them joints is like got old slave joints too. Old slave and cotton joints out there too, bro.
Shit, they hung up. Well, look,
it's all out there, bro.
Y'all know. I tell you how rural it is. 1992. I was down there. I was in ECI then. 1992. This when Maryland executed their last death row, their last execution, performing the last execution of a death row inmate. This was in like 92, maybe 92, 93, something like that. I think it was Red Dog that killed the dude named, he called him Red Dog, killed all them folks down there. This is how back in the day they was. They didn't motherfucking have, they still in the town square of the county he was in, it was so fucking rural and so old time, they had a hanging booth. Red Dog had a choice. He had a choice of how he wanted to go out. He could have went out by firing squad. He could have been hung in that hanging booth. I'm not sure. I think they still did have they had the chamber and the chair. That motherfucker chose hanging. You know, they did it like they did it like you see it on in the movies. They had the two motherfuckers with the black hoods came out here, walked into the hanging booth, put the noose around his neck, hit the switch, and hung his ass.
Yeah, all that shit down there, I know it is.
They well, after that they outlawed the shit down there. That was the last motherfucker they death row inmate I know they killed. And I think he was the last one. But it is so they not up to date down there on nothing. They ain't up to date on shit.
Yeah, the internet, none of that shit work.
But the things that will help them, like the infrastructure. See, a place like down there in that part of this state, the infrastructure bill will help them so fucking much. They cannot get major food chains down there and major stores to come down there. This was like several years back. I don't know how it is today. I haven't checked, but several years back, they could, because they still had dirt roads. They had no access road to get shit. They had none of that. But the shit
2 months. Remember that time I left the Smithfield?
Yeah.
I went out there. That shit was crazy out there.
But the shit that will help them and that will help them to get a better life, to get some of the stuff down there that we got in the urban areas, they won't vote for that shit. They'll vote straight Republican and fuck the Democrats. And the people that will help them to get a better life,
it's poor shit down there, bro.
They won't go for it. And that's some wild shit.
And the white people pour down there.
Hell yeah.
Now, before we get out of here, man, Tyra Banks opened up an ice cream shop here in DC.
I see.
And Kamala Harris took a little stop down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dog? First of all, I haven't really heard about her opening this up, so she just probably popped up and did it. She ain't really do no things down here in DC where we can know about it, you feel me, before it opened. To me, it just opened up. You know about the shit
I heard
before?
today.
I know today is open now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, Kamala Harris stopped past there. All right. Before we get out here, too, speaking of Kamala Harris and her, stuff like this is what I mean about if you wasn't put on the top of the ticket, what changes things is stuff like this. Tyra Banks, ice cream shop. It's just, that's something you never think of, but she probably planned this stuff and everything, but she got so many connections with the black culture.
Smiz and Dream.
A lot of, what's the name of it?
Smiz and Dream.
In DC area, for anybody who don't know, Tyra Banks.
And then Woodland Park.
Go ahead. Tell me where's that?
No, Woodley Park. That's where it's by Woodley Park.
I think it's a 2-story. I don't know if it's a bar in there or not. Hold on. It's just straight, ice cream shop. That you're right. It's in Woodley Park in DC. Just open Friday. And then, to be honest with you, it's not really open. It was a pop-up shop. It don't open until September the 20th. Maybe that's why we didn't hear too much about it. Then the grand opening will probably be a little bit later. So me and Tony gonna make sure we try to be whatever. We're gonna find out whatever the grand opening at, cause we might run into Harris that day. You never know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For anybody tuning in tonight, we appreciate y'all a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know for a fact we fuck with each and every one of y'all to tune in and take y'all time out to even listen to motherfuckers to know what the fuck they talking about, you know what I'm saying? And just talk these politics, you know what I'm saying, dog? Nice and casual. And most maggers out there that disagree with us, please come on and talk to us, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's all we want. You know, until then, all we're gonna do is keep putting out this information for our black culture.
Ass speech that motherfucker gave last night.
We're gonna make our black culture smarter. That's all. That's all me and my man gonna do is make y'all smarter.
Yeah, y'all just gotta.
And everybody that disagree with us, come on in and disagree. You know what I'm saying, dog? But other than that, man, we appreciate everybody, bro. This is a nice ride we going on. We just love doing this shit, bro. We love coming in, walking off the street, and just walking in the joint, talking politics. You know what I'm saying, dog? So appreciate everybody that take their time out to even listen to a minute of us. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't stand us, you know what I'm saying, dog? We just appreciate it a whole lot.
I don't care.
You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Just follow us all over. You know what I'm saying? Especially follow us on subscribe to YouTube, because that's where we mainly put most of our material at. So catch us here, YouTube, where you catch us live all the time. You know what I'm saying? Videos and shorts, skits, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? All on this YouTube channel, Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? Follow us there. You know what I'm saying? holler at your boys, dog. We here to the end of this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's an end. And that motherfucking convention was, bro.
Oh, that's talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit.